Thin sowing means thin reaping. To be truly alive means to be giving. Jesus tells us, I have come that you may have life, and life in abundance. The abundance of life calls for giving. Someone told a priest, Father, I am tired of giving and giving and giving. And I'm tired of giving. When can I stop giving? And he was told, you can stop giving if you have stopped receiving. Now, have we stopped receiving? Definitely no. We never stop receiving from our good God and from others. So, we continue to give. We are called upon to be generous. As much as our God is generous and He gives us, He invites us to be giving. Living fully means giving. And the only meaningful life that we can have is a life of giving. A life that is worth living would be a life that is spent in giving to others. Saint Francis of Assisi tells us, it is in giving that we receive. When we give, we receive much more. And we are called upon to be useful by giving. Our life must be spent in giving. Only in giving we become useful to ourselves, useful to others, useful to society. A pig once told a cow, how is that you cows are looked up to well and you are appreciated, while people love only my meat when I'm dead? The cow thought for a while and said, maybe because we are useful and we give when we are alive, but you can give only when you are dead. I think that is true. When we are dead and we become useful, that will be of no use at all in any way. But while we are still alive, we give, we become useful, we are wanted. So continue to give. The more you give, the more you will receive. The Bible tells us, the measure that you give, the measure you will receive. And we will get more than what we give. So let's be generous in our giving. Let's be generous with our time. Let's be generous with our love. Let us be generous with our knowledge. Let's be generous with everything. We have a God who is a God of plenty, who lacks nothing and who will continue to provide. We can draw from that and continue to give. Let us never be stingy in our giving. If we give our knowledge to others, we never lose anything. If we give our time to others, we don't lose. When we give, we bring happiness to the lives of others. How nice it will be to see a smile on somebody's lips because we have given something, our time, our love. We know this little song, love that is kept inside will surely fade someday. The only gift that we ever keep are those we give away. I'm sure we all know that song. Love love that is kept inside will surely fade someday. The only gift we ever keep are those we give away. Love is like a penny shining in your hand. If you hold too tightly, it's not at your command. Oh, love that is kept inside will surely fade someday. The only gift we ever keep are those we give away. It's a simple song, but lots of meaning, deep meaning that we can draw there. The only gift that we ever keep are those we give away. When we give away, we don't lose anything. It may not stay with us, but it stays with the person who has received that gift. So why don't we continue to give and never grow tired of giving? Let us spend our time extravagant in our giving. The Bible has so many examples to tell us about extravagant giving. And when we give, we are called upon to give the best to God or to others. Remember what Cain and Abel did. Cain gave to God, yes, but he gave it grudgingly, not the best, just anyhow, and his giving was not acceptable, while Abel gave the best of his flock, gave it willingly with love and devotion, and his gift was acceptable. Recall how Abraham was generous in his giving after he went to war and came back with lots of booty from the war. When he met Melchizedek, the priest of Salem, he offered tenth of everything to Melchizedek, a generous giver. And Abraham was blessed by Melchizedek, the priest of Salem. Again, he was willing to part the best land to his nephew Lot. In the New Testament also we find examples of generous giving. The instance of the small boy with 2 fish and 5 loaves. He was generous to offer his lunch to Jesus, and Jesus took that, blessed it, and he fed 5,000 people. And what is more, out of that there were so much left over. I'm sure the boy must have carried back home in plenty. Again, the woman with the costly ointment, she was generous and poured that generously on the feet of Jesus. Again, in the Acts of the Apostles, we find Barnabas coming with all that he has sold, the money that he gained from selling his wealth, giving to the church to be spent by everyone. So we have here examples of extravagant giving. Let us be extravagant in our giving. Then we'll find we also receive extravagantly from God. We need to be very prodigal in our giving, to be generous without counting the cost. So let us not be selfish, but let us become generous, and when we are generous, we are able to spread joy, happiness, and love. Can we be the generous giver? Can we become the extravagant giver? May God help us all. God bless.